January 2024 is also the time when the winter transfer market officially opens. Meaning, this is an opportunity for teams to try to strengthen their squad for the upcoming fierce period. Especially with the big players in the Premier League. We all understand clearly how the final sprint will erode the players' strength. So recruiting soldiers to get the best preparation is necessary at this time. The same is true in the case of Manchester United. This season, coach Ten Hag has had many headaches with the problem of numbers due to injuries from important pillars. Not to mention the names that are still healthy and playing. Most of them can no longer maintain stable performance like in the previous season. It is also the biggest reason why coach Ten Hag and his team experienced an unsuccessful first half of the season. Out of 20 matches played, the Red Devils had 10 wins, 1 draw and 9 defeats. Thereby, they are struggling in 8th place on the rankings. Not only that, the fans of this team also have to go through different series of joys and sorrows, immersed in disappointment, from a series of unsatisfactory results, to find a ray of hope through unexpected victories, and then continue to be disappointed with the unexpected occurrences. It seems to have become a kind of invisible emotional loop for the fans here throughout most of the campaign. To be able to return to the race for a position in the Champions League, Man United can only hope for reinforcements in the January market, or in other words, what they can save. The whole season or whether it continues to sink into crisis will depend a lot on the new recruits who are about to arrive at the Theatre of Dreams. Although Sir Jim Ratcliffe has completed the acquisition of 25% of the team's shares, this is not yet the time when Manchester United can be given the green light to buy freely. They have almost reached the limits of financial fair play, and the prospect that the Old Trafford team can welcome another blockbuster in January this year is unlikely. So the feasible solution for Erik ten Hag right now is low-cost contracts to promptly provide aid to a somewhat exhausted team. And one of the main concerns of the 53-year-old coach right now is that a star on the offensive line can help them increase their firepower. To be honest, one of the areas that leaves the most disappointment for the red half of Manchester is the front line. While Rashford has lost his impressive goal-scoring instincts like last season, Antony has still not been able to confirm his value of up to €100 million. Jadon Sancho has almost no future, and Rasmus Højlund, who was brought in for a fee of £72 million this summer, is also having difficulty adapting to the English football environment. Despite having 5 goals in the Champions League, the Danish striker just opened his account in the Premier League's top football tournament, in a spectacular comeback against Aston Villa in round 19. Even Man United's attack was so disappointing that it only had 22 goals after 20 matches. An average of 1.1 goals per match. If compared with all opponents in the same tournament, their achievement is only ranked above Burnley and Sheffield United. Therefore, to overcome the problem of goal output, it is certain that Man United will need a new attacking star. Followed by a series of other connections, such as Stuttgart's Grassi or Stuttgart's Grassi. Dominic Solanke is a striker playing for Bournemouth. But the name at the top of their shopping list is something that makes many people feel surprised, which is Timo Werner, the star currently on Leipzig's team. According to revelations from a series of leading English football sites, Man United actually made its first move towards the German striker, directly contacting Leipzig to negotiate about Werner's condition. For loyal Premier League viewers, it seems that this is not a strange face anymore. Because Werner was only in his early 20s at RB Leipzig, his potential immediately caught the eye of a series of big men across the old continent. And in the end, Chelsea were the ones who were the fastest to get the signature of the 1996-born striker in the summer of 2020. But his journey at the home team at Stamford Bridge did not go smoothly. In a total of 56 appearances for the Blue, he only brought in 10 goals and was considered one of the team's failed signings. Even though he won the Champions League title with Chelsea, that was the only bright spot after the times he disappointed fans with his lack of charm in front of goal. Many people even thought that there was some invisible force blocking Werner's shooting ability. And then in the end, he left the West London team after only 2 years of playing to return to his old club RB Leipzig to save his career. But it seems that the years in England have eroded his ability quite a bit. No longer retaining his original sharpness, no longer having spectacular accelerations. What Timo Werner has shown so far is only 2 goals and 1 assist after 13 appearances. Not only could Werner not overcome his own shadow at the Red Bull Arena, he also fell into a situation where he no longer had any use for martial arts. Ranking behind both Lois Openda and Benjamin Hendricks in coach Marco Rosa's priority rankings. At the same time, Leipzig also gave the green light for Timo Werner to find a new home in January this year, leading to a series of rumors about clubs planning to bring him back to the environment. English football, including Manchester United. Certainly, Timo Werner's forgettable past at Chelsea along with the current struggling period. Not many people dare to have faith in him being able to revive a team that is going through many changes. Like the Red Devil. Even when reading the news about the Timo Werner deal, many anti-fans of this team laughed because this was like a move to add a comedian to Ten Hag's ranks. As mentioned, Manchester United does not have too much budget left, and their most optimal solution would be a loan contract, similar to the previous cases of Ighalo and Weghorst. And RB Leipzig is the team that is ready to do that. Next, speed and the ability to choose positions are among the elite qualities that Timo Werner can bring to the home team at Old Trafford. England will be an ideal destination for Bruno Fernandes's sharp transitions, thereby making Man United's counterattacks more dangerous. And with the presence of a necessary cunning factor like Werner, the opponent's defense will more or less have to keep an eye on every move of this star. Thanks to which his teammates playing next to Werner will have more space to operate. Although he failed the first time he set foot in England, Werner had more or less accumulated some experience of his own and knew he would be able to convey that to Ramos Højlund, who was originally destined to as the future of the Red Devils. And finally, the versatility of the 27-year-old striker. He has the ability to play at the top of the attack line or also work very well on the 2 wings. Hopefully, his versatility will create a suitable solution for the problem of rotating the squad, as well as supplementing Erik ten Hag's attacking strategies. Even though he knows that Timo Werner is slipping in his position, the performance is not convincing, and even if they are playing impressively, it is difficult for one name to be enough to revive the entire Manchester United team right now. But nonetheless, this is still a worthy option for Erik ten Hag to test in the process of restoring the confidence of the team's fans. If this deal becomes a reality, Timo Werner may not be the brightest star here, but at least there are still some elements to hope that he will bring enough influence to fans must remember.